These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Today's fearsome foursome are Chris, Steve, Kevin, and none other than Judith. How lovely to see you.
It's so lovely to be here.
Because obviously I was crushed by your retirement.
Well, I know. I'm having a terrible pang now I'm back here.
Well, do you know, as soon as the lights went on, I thought, you're going to change your mind and join us again.
I wish I could.
I wish you would. So you're back because it's our 2000th.
Yes. I mean, it's really exciting. A 2000th episode. I had to come back for that.
And of course, you were with us at the very, very start.
Yes,
So you did a
we
very
started-
long run.
Yeah, very long one, 19 years. We started in 2003.
Among your many famous moments was knocking the sportsman Ewan Thomas out, and
I
then he
know.
came back for revenge and you did it again.
I know, that was a real triumph. And then the third time he came back, I let him win.
You also beat I think it was a rocket scientist on science.
I know. Well, there's a question about birds and the bees or something, not up his street.
Well, it's wonderful to have you back, and we've got a brilliant team for you to play against. Hoping to scramble the Eggheads today are the Lady Rattlings. Now, this team are all members of the Grand Order of Lady Rattlings, an organisation of ex-show business professionals. The organisation runs a charity called the Cup of Kindness, where they take part in quizzes and fundraisers to raise money for different causes. Let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Charlie. I'm a hairdresser and I used to be a singer.
Hello, I'm Linda. I'm an actress and I'm also a crime writer.
Hello, I'm Carol. I'm a retired former professional ice skater.
Hello, I'm Carol Ann and I'm a professional freelance pianist.
Charlie and team, hello.
Hello, Joan.
Hi.
Well, it's so nice that you know, we were able to have Judith back for you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Yes, thank you.
delighted,
We're
yeah.
delighted.
And you obviously spend a lot of time fundraising and actually quizzing as well.
We do. We've been a charity. Well, the Lady Rattlings were formed in 1929 and the charity was formed just a couple of years later in 31. Royal Princess Anne is also a Lady Rattling and our president, so we're very proud and humbled to have her along with us.
Well, we love
We
Princess
really
Anne because she works her socks off.
Absolutely works her socks off, and she's a great supporter of all of her charities, and
Yeah.
we just think she's wonderful.
So, a talented team, good luck challengers. Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. However, if the challengers fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Lady Rattlings, the Eggheads have won the last two. There's £3,000 for you today if you can beat them. Shall we crack on?
Yes.
Good. The first head-to-head battle is on arts and books. Now, who would like this? Which Rattling?
Well, I guess that's me.
Well, I think the crime writer should take that, really, the arts and books. You might all be an answer in it, Linda. Against which Egghead? You've got the full complement.
Well, how very, very difficult. If the questions are easy, I don't mind. I'm going to choose Steve.
Linda, from the Lady Rattlings against Steve, please take your positions in our legendary question room. Well, good luck, Linda.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Until I get the question, I don't know.
Now, you've got such an interesting CV because you were in Heidi High, correct?
I was, yes, for 5 years, certainly. I played April, yes.
How interesting. What was it like to film that?
Great fun. We laughed all the time. We had many, many jokes, and I miss them terribly.
Yeah, because I bet when you suddenly realise you're in... It's more than a hit show, isn't it? It's an
Massive.
absolute, you know, staple of British TV. It must
Totally.
be such an exciting feeling.
Yeah, no, it's lovely, and they still show it. They still goes on and on. I think all the good comedies have done.
Good luck, Linda.
Thank
Do
you.
you want the first or second set of questions?
I'll have the first.
Linda, which character in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is notable for its broad grin and the ability to disappear and reappear at will? Humpty Dumpty, White Rabbit, or Cheshire Cat?
It's the Cheshire Cat.
Yes, of course it is. Well done, Cheshire Cat. Steve, your question. Edward Albee's 1962 play featuring the married couple George and Martha is entitled Who's Afraid of Who? Emily Bronte, Virginia Woolf, or Jane Austen?
That's Virginia Woolf, Jeremy.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is right. Linda, your question. Who was Britain's poet laureate during World War II? Was this John Masefield, Cecil Day-Lewis, or Ted Hughes?
Well, I think it's Cecil Day-Lewis.
I would have said the same. Is that right, Eggheads?
I think it's John Masefield.
John Masefield,
Oh,
says
it was John
Judith. It is
Masefield.
John Masefield, yeah. Steve, you can take the lead with this. Killing Floor, first published in 1997, is the first book featuring which literary character? Jack Torrance, Jack Aubrey, or Jack Reacher?
I don't know. I thought Jack Aubrey's novels are set at sea. The novels he features in, so I wouldn't imagine it's that one. Jack Torrance, I'm not sure about at all. But I know Jack Reacher, Lee Child's very successful franchise, so I will say Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher is the literary character in Killing Floor, first published in 1997. Linda, back to you. So you need to get this one right. Which of these is a best-selling 1977 novel by the feminist author Marilyn French? Is it The Female Eunuch, The Second Sex, or The Women's Room?
I think it's The Women's Room.
I think you're right. Nicely done. Is it enough to stay in? If Steve gets this right, he's in the final round. Steve, what name was given to 14 murals that Francisco Goya painted on the walls of his house outside Madrid in the early 1820s? Are they called the white paintings, black paintings, or red paintings?
I think that's the black paintings, Jeremy.
Let's see. Eggheads, is he right?
I think so.
You're right. It is black paintings. They're in quite good form at the moment, Linda.
Oh, well,
They're
good.
tending to get 3 out of 3, so a slip is fatal. Thank you, Linda. Well played. Bad luck. Steve's in the final. Come back, rejoin your teams, and we'll see what happens next. So the challengers have lost a brain. Bad luck, Linda, but well played. The next subject is history. So who wants this? I'm thinking this is your round, surely.
This is me, I think.
Is it? Charlie, I hesitate to say take on the great Judith, only because you love your history. You can have anyone you like. You've got Chris, you've got Kevin, and you've got Miss Keppel.
Well, you like it, history, Judith. I bet you're a bit hot, aren't you?
She's hot.
Shall we make it an all-girls thing? Yeah.
So Charlie from the Lady Rattlings taking on our own Judith from the Eggheads on our 2000th show. Please go to the question room.
For the last time.
Well, how does it feel, Judith?
Well, it feels very familiar.
And history, which I think is the subject closest to your heart.
I like arts and books better, actually, than history.
All right, we're on history. And Charlie, good luck. You're playing winner of Millionaire, veteran of Eggheads, the great Judith. Would you like to go first or second, Charlie?
No pressure then. I'll just go first. Thank you, Jeremy.
Good luck. Since the 16th century, Charlie, the Swiss Guards have protected whom? The Pope, the Dalai Lama, or the Archbishop of Canterbury?
I think that's the Pope.
It is the Pope. Well done. Judith, what is the correct name for the one-piece romper suits popularised by Winston Churchill during World War II?
God.
Are they called blackout suits, blitz suits, or siren suits?
Oh, I wouldn't go say any of those. Well, they're not called blitz suits. No, they're called siren suits.
Do you know this, Charlie?
I just said a siren suit.
Yeah, it is a siren suit. I must say I hadn't heard this phrase. Siren suit is what they were. Charlie, your question. Which of these people was a major figure in the Iran-Contra affair of the 1980s? Gary Hart, Oliver North, or John Anthony Walker?
Oh, Gary Hart's jumping out at me.
Is that your answer?
Guess so, yeah.
The answer here, do you challengers know, out of interest?
Oliver North.
Oliver North, that's right, Carol. So, Judith, you can take the lead with this. What is the name of the Roman fortification built in the 2nd century AD that stretched from the River Clyde to the Firth of Forth? Judith, is it the Aurelian Wall, the Domitian Wall, or the Antonine Wall?
It's not Hadrian's Wall, obviously. I think it's the Antonine Wall.
It is the Antonine Wool. Judith, well done. So, same as last round, really, this one. You need to get this one right, Charlie, to stay in.
Okay.
Your question, which Scottish king, the son of Robert the Bruce, ruled for over 40 years, though he spent much of it in exile or as a captive? Is it David II, Malcolm II, or Alexander II?
I think it was Malcolm II.
Malcolm II. These Scottish kings throw me. Anyone here know?
Alexander.
Alexander?
I think it's Malcolm.
Judith, do you know this
I
one?
think it's David.
It is David II. Judith, you've taken the round. Well done.
God.
Sorry, Charlie, she's a mean old player.
She is a force to be reckoned with, our Judith.
I don't think they ever retire, these quizzes,
No,
really.
they don't. Well done.
We'll be back shortly, but if you'd like to work on a question during the break, because this is a special show, I've got one for a change. In fact, I have one written by our wonderful Daphne Fowler. So this is what Daphne sent us. What name is given to a kind of linen tape formerly used to make laces? Have a think, and I'll see you with Daphne's answer after the break. Welcome back. Before the break, I, on behalf of the great Daphne, set you a question, which was, what name is given to a kind of linen tape formerly used to make laces? Anybody know? Anyone here know, maybe? Challengers? Any eggheads?
No idea.
We've got nothing. Go on, Kevin.
No, I haven't.
It's a really interesting word, this, because we used it the whole time with Daphne. Do you remember she had this amazing facility to get answers from almost nothing?
Inklings.
Correct. So we used to say she had a mini version of an inkling, which we called...
An inkle.
An inkle.
Inkle. It's not an inkle.
An inkle is the answer.
No. How
Daphne's
wonderful.
inkle. That's
such a
right.
brilliant question, because it's so much hers.
So a kind of linen used to make laces. So well done if you got that at home. As it stands, the Lady Rattlings have lost a couple of brains from the final round. But we're all in a good mood here today, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
and we're
are.
loving having you in. The next subject is music. So last before the final, it's going to be Carol or Carol Ann.
I'll go.
Our musician. Very good, Carol Ann. And which egghead would you like? You can have Kevin or Chris.
I think I'll go for Chris. That's OK.
Great.
Thank you.
And we have our moments, don't we, on music?
We do, yeah.
So Carol Ann from the Lady Rattlings against Chris from the Eggheads. Please go to the question room. Well, I think your life is music, Carol Ann, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was just looking, everything you've done involves music in some way.
Pretty well.
So you play, you perform, you arrange, you compose. Is it something you've always had with you?
Yes, yes. I had a brief period of wanting to be a brain surgeon, then couldn't stand the sight of blood, so I thought maybe music's the right thing to go for.
And what's your central musical instrument?
Basically piano, keyboards and voice.
Carol Ann, do you want to go first or second?
I think I'll go first. Thanks, Jeremy.
First question, Carol Ann. Good luck. Brian Epstein was the manager of which of these bands? One Direction, Beatles, or Take That?
He was the manager of the Beatles.
Beatles is right. Well done, Carol Ann. Fantastic. Chris, chopsticks is a popular piece of music most commonly learnt by children on which instrument? Violin, recorder, or piano?
You can play it with one finger on the piano.
Piano. Can you play it with one finger? Can you, Carol Ann?
Yeah, usually used two, but it is feasible, yes.
Yeah. Carol Ann, in July 2022, it was announced that which country would host the next Eurovision Song Contest in place of the previous winners, Ukraine. Is it the UK, Netherlands, or Spain?
I believe it's the UK.
Yes, indeed, it's us, and that's because of the performance of our brilliant Sam. What was his name, Judith? That chap who nearly won it. Do you remember?
No.
Sam, anyone?
Ryder.
Sam Ryder.
Yes. I remember what he looks like.
And his song Spaceman. He did so well that we were the second choice. Chris, which of these is not the title of a stage musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber? Billy Elliot, Aspects of Love, or Cats?
Cats is Lloyd Webber. So is Aspects of Love, so it's Billy Elliot.
Is he right, Judith?
Yes.
Yes, you're right. Judith has confirmed it. 2-2. So now this is good, Carol Ann. We're keeping track here with the Eggheads. In Beethoven's only opera, which character adopts the identity of a prison guard named Fidelio? Was this done by Rocco, Florestan, or Leonor?
I believe it was Florestan.
Kids, is she right?
Should be Leonor.
Florestan is in prison. It's Leonor.
Ah,
Chris, you can take the round with this. Who became the music director of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra in 2021? Chris, was it Vasily Petrenko, Peter Maxwell Davis, or Grzegorz Novak?
Peter Maxwell Davis.
The answer actually is Vasily Petrenko. Chris,
Oh, the Russian.
level after 3. Now, Carol Ann, we go to sudden death
Yeah.
on your favourite subject. And it gets a little bit harder. I don't give you alternatives.
yes.
The Fame Monster is a 2009 album by which American singer?
Stab in the Dark, Madonna.
Judith, you know.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, yes, of course.
Chris, you can win the round with this. A hunchbacked court jester is the central character in which Verdi opera?
Rigoletto.
Rigoletto is the right answer. Chris, well done. You've gone through. You've won through to the final. Sorry, Carol Ann. Well played, though.
Thank you.
So come back to your teams, and we're going to play the final round for £3,000. So this is what we have been playing towards on our 2000th edition. It's time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those contestants who lost their head-to-heads aren't going to be in this round. So, Charlie, Linda and Carol Ann from the brilliant Lady Rattlings, would you please now leave the studio? Well, to quote Neil Sedaka, oh, Carol. You are alone here, and you can win the Lady Rattlings £3,000. We've seen it happen, Judith, many times.
We absolutely have.
And it's because they relax. Chris, Steve, Kevin and Judith, you're playing for something that money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. General knowledge, and normally I say you can confer, but your friends are stuck at the back there. So, Carol, I believe your one brain can beat these 4. Carol, do you want to go first or second?
First.
Here's your first question. In English folklore, which of these characters was a companion of Robin Hood? Lady Godiva, Maid Marian, or Guinevere?
Maid Marian.
Yes, Maid Marian. Eggheads, Pudsey Bear is the official mascot of which charity? Children in Need, Comic Relief, or Oxfam?
Children in need.
Children in need. Is it Children in
Children in Need?
Yeah. That's Children in Need, Jeremy.
Children in Need is correct. Carol, which of these is part of both the Greek and NATO phonetic alphabets? Delta, Kappa, or Omega?
It's either Delta or Omega. I think it's Delta.
Delta's your answer. So the classic is the police one they say when they're calling out a number plate, isn't it? So there's no Kappa. What's K in that?
Kilo.
Kilo.
Kilo. What's O?
Oscar.
Oscar, so you're right. Well done. That was good. That's not easy. Eggheads. You can see the Eggheads getting a little bit tense. Which of the following is the first letter of the names of 2 South American countries? A, C, or E?
Colombia and Chile.
Colombia and Chile.
Yeah.
Yes, Colombia and Chile.
Colombia and Chile, yes,
Colombia and Chile.
absolutely.
Happy
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah.
C, Jeremy, which stands for Colombia and Chile.
Yes, I mean, if we suddenly thought of a third C country, that would be awkward. But there are just 2, and you're right, it's C, and it's Colombia and Chile. Woo! 2-2. You've played well so far, Carol. Who stars in the 2022 action film Bullet Train? Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, or Keanu Reeves?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt is your answer. Where's that come from? Instinct?
Yes.
You're right. Many teams get 3 right and they win. Let's see if you're in that position now. Eggheads, which American athlete shattered the women's 400-meter hurdles world record at the 2022 World Championships? Sharika Jackson, Sydney McLaughlin, or Shawnee Miller-Weibo?
Sydney McLaughlin.
Sydney McLaughlin. Yeah, Sydney McLaughlin. Happy with that? That is Sydney McLaughlin.
Sydney McLaughlin is right. You're level after 3. It's not over. Gets a bit harder now. We go, Carol, to sudden death. The St James's University Hospital, commonly known as Jimmy's, is located in which English city?
I'm guessing. Bristol.
Eggheads?
Leeds.
Leeds. Don't worry, it's not over yet. Carol, hang on in there. Keep hope alive. If the Eggheads get this right, on the 2000th edition, they will have won. Which modernist art movement was founded in London in 1914 by Wyndham Lewis?
Vortices.
Yeah.
Vortices.
I think,
Vorticism.
I think you ought to
No,
do
you
this
say.
one. I think you should.
Vorticism.
If Vorticism is correct, you've taken the contest on Judith's very last word spoken on this show. I sort of hope it's not correct so we can play on, but I have to say it is Vorticism. Well done, Judith and team, and congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. You played very well, and it's been lovely to hear about the Lady Rattlings and the Cup of Kindness.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed playing Judith's last game. Very special to us.
I have loved it, and I'm very proud. Thank you.
Well, commiserations, challengers. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them, and they still reign supreme over Quizland. I'm afraid it means that the challengers don't go home with the £3,000 for their charity, so the money rolls over to our next show. Well done, Eggheads. Well done, Judith. We wonder who will beat you. So that was a big day for us. I hope you enjoyed it. Our 2000th show. We brought Judith out of retirement to play with us, and thank you so much for making your final appearance.
Well, thank you very much for asking me back.
And today, of course, we do think of all the other people who have helped to make this show what it is. Dermot, Daphne, CJ, and especially our own tremendous knowledge, Dave. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads with £4,000 to play for. Till then, goodbye.
As tensions mount with Russia, we retell the story of Europe's darkest hour. The rise and fall of Adolf Hitler is brand new tonight at 9. And if you like your morning coffee, then stick around. The Gadget Show gang test out a super cheap bean machine next, helping you shop smart and save money. Brand new.